Have you ever wondered about the unsolved mysteries of history? The events that left scholars scratching their heads? Picture this, a puzzle with missing pieces, an unfinished story that begs for resolution, a mystery that defies explanation. This is the world of history's unsolved mysteries. It's a world filled with intrigue and fascination, a world that piques our curiosity and challenges our understanding. These mysteries are not just historical events, they are enigmas wrapped in time waiting for the keen eye and sharp mind to unravel their secrets. They are tales of the past that still resonate in the present, whispering questions that yearn for answers. Today we embark on a journey of discovery, a quest to understand the inexplicable, to dig deeper into the annals of history and explore theories that surround these controversial events. So, brace yourselves for an exciting adventure as today we dive into the depths of some of the most bewildering mysteries history has to offer. Let's turn the pages back to 1587, to the English colony of Roanoke. We find ourselves in the New World, where a group of 117 English settlers have established a foothold on the remote Roanoke Island, off the coast of what is now North Carolina. This was no easy task given the harsh conditions and the threat of local tribes, but these settlers were determined to make it their home. And for a while it seemed they had succeeded. They built homes, farmed the land, and began to carve out a new life for themselves. Yet, when a supply ship returned to Roanoke in 1590, the entire colony had vanished. The only clue left behind was a cryptic message carved into a tree, spelling out the word Croatoan. One of the earliest theories about the colony's disappearance points to the local Native American tribes. The settlers had not exactly been on friendly terms with them. The tension between the colonists and the tribes had been escalating, leading some to believe that a violent conflict had ensued, resulting in the settlers' disappearance. But here's where things get interesting. When the English arrived to investigate, they found no signs of a struggle or a mass grave. The houses had been dismantled, suggesting that the departure was planned, not forced. Additionally, the word Croatoan, carved into the tree, was the name of a local tribe and an island to the south. This led some to believe that the settlers might have sought refuge with the Croatoans. However, the Croatoan tribe denied any knowledge of the settlers' whereabouts, and no concrete evidence of the settlers was ever found on Croatoan Island. This left the fate of the Roanoke colony shrouded in mystery, sparking centuries of speculation and intrigue. The disappearance of the Roanoke colony is one of the most enduring mysteries in American history. It's a tale of exploration, survival, and ultimately, disappearance. But remember, history is seldom as simple as it seems. Spain, a dominant power of the era, had its eyes set on Roanoke. As we delve deeper into this historical enigma, we stumble upon an intriguing theory: the Spanish conspiracy. Spain, at the height of its imperial prowess, had a vested interest in the New World. It's plausible that they viewed the English colony of Roanoke as a direct threat to their dominance. The theory suggests that the Spanish, in a calculated move, could have razed the colony to the ground, eradicating all signs of English presence. It was a time of intense competition and rivalries after all, and the Spanish were known for their ruthless tactics. This could potentially explain the eerie disappearance of the Roanoke settlers. However, this theory, as captivating as it is, lacks concrete evidence. No Spanish records of such an assault exist, and archaeological findings do not support the idea of a violent conflict. Yet, the lack of tangible evidence opens the gate for another theory. Could the colonists have simply merged with native tribes? This question takes us into our next theory, the integration theory. This theory postulates that the Roanoke colonists, faced with dwindling resources and an inhospitable environment, may have found their salvation by integrating with local Native American tribes. The integration theory paints a picture of a desperate group of settlers, making the hard decision to abandon their colonial way of life. They would have had to adapt to new customs, learn new languages, and fully immerse themselves in the culture of their hosts. It's a fascinating idea, isn't it? European settlers, fully integrated into Native American tribes, their identities slowly dissolving into the fabric of a culture entirely different from their own. Now, what makes this theory interesting is that there have been instances where European traits were discovered in native tribes. Blue eyes, a trait predominantly found in Europeans, have been observed among the descendants of these tribes. This genetic evidence, though not conclusively proven, does lend some weight to the integration theory. However, it's important to remember that evidence supporting this theory is circumstantial at best. There were no direct accounts or records of the Roanoke colonists integrating with the tribes. As such, while the integration theory is a compelling idea, it's still just that, an idea. As we see, the mystery of Roanoke is a complex puzzle that remains unsolved. Next, we venture into the chilling tale of the Mary Celeste. Our story begins in the late autumn of 1872, when the ship Mary Celeste set sail from New York to Genoa, Italy. On board was a seasoned captain, his family, and a crew of 7. Yet, less than a month later, the ship was discovered adrift in the Atlantic Ocean. Its crew and passengers vanished without a trace. The ship was unscathed, the cargo intact, and the personal belongings of the crew undisturbed. The only thing missing was the people. The earliest theory to explain this maritime mystery was one of piracy. It was speculated that the Mary Celeste had been boarded by pirates who then murdered the crew and passengers. A compelling narrative, no doubt, but one that doesn't hold water upon closer inspection. Pirates, as history teaches us, are motivated by loot, but the cargo of the Mary Celeste, 1,701 barrels of industrial alcohol, was found untouched. Likewise, the personal effects of the crew and passengers remained on board, money, valuables, and even the ship's navigational instruments, all left untouched. If pirates were responsible, why would they leave behind such riches? Moreover, there was no sign of a struggle, no blood, no weapons left behind, no signs of violence. The ship was in a seaworthy condition, with ample provisions for 6 months. The ship's log, last updated 10 days before her discovery, gave no hint of trouble. So, if not piracy, what could explain the disappearance of the 10 souls aboard the Mary Celeste? Could it have been a mutiny? Or perhaps some supernatural force, a maritime ghost or sea monster, as some of the more fantastical theories suggest? Was it a conspiracy, a cover-up, or a simple act of nature that led to this enduring mystery? But if not piracy, then what led to the eerie emptiness of the Mary Celeste? Could an alcohol explosion be the answer to this maritime mystery? It's a question that has sparked heated debates among historians and maritime enthusiasts alike. Let's dive in. The Mary Celeste was carrying a significant cargo of industrial alcohol when she was found adrift in 1872. This wasn't your average rum ration. This was a highly volatile substance. Some speculate that an explosion might have occurred in the ship's hold, a theory known as the alcohol explosion hypothesis. This theory suggests that fumes from the alcohol might have built up, causing an explosion significant enough to scare the crew, but not enough to damage the ship visibly. Imagine the terror of the crew hearing a thunderous bang below deck, but finding no immediate signs of damage. Fearing a subsequent potentially catastrophic explosion, they might have made the hasty decision to abandon ship. However, this theory isn't without its holes. If there had been an explosion, wouldn't there be scorch marks or remnants of fire? Would the crew abandon their ship and their belongings so quickly, based on fear alone? Yet, the theory persists, bolstered by experiments that replicate the conditions and result in an invisible fire, leaving no trace behind. It's an explanation that, while not perfect, offers a tantalizing possibility to this enduring mystery. As we sail away from the Mary Celeste, we leave behind a sea of questions that continue to baffle us. History, with all its unresolved mysteries, continues to captivate us. Our journey today took us through the eerie tales of the lost colony of Roanoke and the ghost ship Mary Celeste. We pondered over the Spanish conspiracy and the integration theory, each offering a tantalizing explanation to the Roanoke mystery. And then there was the alcohol explosion theory, presenting a plausible cause for the Mary Celeste's strange abandonment. These unsolved mysteries, these controversial events, they serve as reminders that history is not a concrete, unchanging entity. It's a fluid tapestry, shifting and evolving with every new theory and discovery. It's these stories, these puzzles that keep us hooked, that keep us questioning, that keep us exploring. So we encourage you too to join this thrilling pursuit, to share your theories and insights. As we delve into the past, we realize that history is not just about answers, but also about the thrilling pursuit of the unknown.